all this series of videos is just about not only the easy side, but also the dark side of choose to live like this. I remember my brother in Germany, he used to be a chef. He had to wake up every day, 3:30 a.m., go to work from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Do you want to sell your time in exchange of a salary, or do you want to live your life? Welcome, or welcome back. If you are still there, or let's say if you are back there, it's because you want answers. and don't worry, we will get to that. If you stick around, the more we will go on with these things, and the more answers I will be able to give you. There are a lot of YouTubers documenting their life like me, like I am doing right now. They share the easy part of being what I am, or to be what I choose to be. All this series of videos is just about not only the easy side, but also, let's call it the difficult side. That can be also the dark side of choose to live like this. I want to start to tell you about how life can be very simple if you just decide that you want a simple life. If you just decide that you can simplify your daily routine, if you have one, forget about your job for a second and think what your life will be if you don't have to wake up every day at, I don't know, let's say 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. or even at 5 a.m. I remember my brother in Germany, he used to be a chef, to work in the hotels industry, and he had to wake up every day, 3:30 a.m., get in the metro, go to work from 6 a.m., 5 a.m. to 12 a.m. And it's one of my heroes for this, because he was able to do it for 4 or 5 years. So the first things I would love you to, let's say, imagine, it is how your life will be if you don't have to wake up tomorrow morning and go to work. Because everything starts from there. It is about what you want to do with your life. So do you want to sell your time in exchange of a salary, or do you want to live your life? So that's where we start. And yeah, and I know that it is not simple, and it is not for everybody. I know many of you guys have responsibility, you have family, you have kids, you have the bills to pay, the rent to be paid, the school stuff for the kids have to be paid, and then the kids want to go to play basketball or football or whatever it is, whatever the sports, the national sports is in your country, and that needs, of course, support from you. And any of these things are part of the responsibility of anyone's life, at least for many of you that decide to have a family. So I know it's not for everybody, because if you have a family, it's complicated. But let's pretend you don't have a family like me, and then you need to change something in your life. So you start from this, to visualize how your life could be without going to work every day. The second thing, basically, after visualize how your day will be, the second thing is just to make a plan, because it has to work. And what I learned in my life is that if you want something to work, you need a plan. I choose to just get out of my country and chasing my freedom in in another country, far away from my hometown, from my home country, but it doesn't have to be a place far away from your home. I know many of you love to live in their country. You love your food, you love maybe your house, your family, your friends. So it doesn't have to be on the other side of the world. It could be also in your country, in your city. I've done many things, especially when I couldn't DJ. We have those years, and I don't want to say that word again anymore, but we have those years where we were all forced to stay in our house. In that period, I had to figure it out. Sorry, I need to climb some sand. So I have to figure it out what to do to survive. I couldn't go to the gigs, I couldn't go to the clubs, I couldn't sell the artist of the agency and blah, blah, blah. That is my case. So that was useful in the end because it teach me how to looking for alternatives, and that's a skill that you develop and you will be good at. Don't worry. So just a matter of time. There are many things that you can even imagine that you can do to pay your bills without necessarily go to work every day for a salary. For example, in Europe, you have this app that is called Vinted. And not only this app, but you can also look around different platforms. There are a lot of vintage articles for sale. What I did, it was like just buy some of this stuff on a platform and then sell it on eBay for a profit. Not only that, I realized I have so many things that I didn't use anymore in my family house, from clothes, like old computer, for example, old bikes, anything that could have somehow a value. So I just look at it and I start to sell it. So, and it turns out that I had a tons of things, and I was able to make good money with that. And this is an example, like very simple example. Everybody can do that. Meanwhile, guys, look at that. Look at this sunset. Yeah, it doesn't have to be about surviving. That's why make a plan is important. So while you make a plan and you figure it out what could work for you, you're gonna try a lot of different things. That's how it works on average. And if you are resilient, eventually you're gonna find what works the best for you. And when you eventually find what it works for you and you have a plan, you're gonna live your day free. You're gonna build your routine as you like to do. You will not have to go to work. You will not have to go to the office every day. And so you will start to build your day how you want to. At one point, for example, of my life, I decided that I had to quit smoking. And it was very difficult because I was smoking maybe one package per day or more. And then during the weekend, you know, with the club life and the drinking, I used to smoke much more. But, you know, that was part of my transformation, and I decided to quit smoking because that life was starting to be bad for my body. Some episode makes me thinking, maybe there is something wrong in my lifestyle. A bad episode with my kidneys a few years ago. And that was also one of the signals that I had to start to think that I need changes in my life. Live a healthy life, have good food, take the time to have a walk like this, perhaps every day. It's important. The stressy life, the pressure that they make you at your work, eventually it's gonna cost your body something. So this is another of the things that you will automatically improve. And this kind of freedom, you know, also comes with a cost. You're gonna improve a lot of things of your life, and else it's something that also will get better. That's 100% sure. Your body will become a better machine once you will change your habits. As I said in the other video, life is short, guys. Treat your body in the right way. It's important. And it's gonna happen automatically once you will change that little things, when you will push that reset button that will brings you away from your bad daily routine and brings you to the path of an healthy routine. All this freedom comes with a cost, and could be the cost of the loneliness, could be the cost of be not stable, not have a salary every month. So for me now it's a habit. Like, some months are good months, and there are some months where I have to deal with money and maybe just don't travel too much in that month. But it's okay. I learned to deal with that. You have to be ready to say goodbye to that kind of stability. And that's why now I come back to the beginning of this video. Make a plan. It's really important. Once you accept that, maybe, I say maybe you are ready to take the leap. And maybe come in a place like this, or maybe just keep living in your home country and just change little things of your life that will finally bring you to make big changes and have a better life. I will leave you there. I want to hear from you guys. So if you are there because you are curious and you have other questions, just write me in the comment below. Just let me know you're there. Let me know your question. Let me know what you want me to explore for you, what you want me to explain for you. And yeah, I will try to do that. I will also try to do that. And with that said, guys, I'm gonna see you hopefully in the next one. Bye bye.